My name is Gabriel Orozco. I have had a long relationship with the museum and with New York. Although I have been traveling a lot, I have been doing work all over the world. In '93 when I did my project and I showed these early works and I did this intervention in the buildings with the oranges, it was the beginning of a relationship that has been a very nice and creative relationship. For me to come and show here is like making a show in my house in a way, or something that is somehow familiar, and working with curators that I know since long time, with Ann Tompkin. The different departments of the museum has been very close to my work. You know, the printing department, they have this big piece now on also showing at the same time. So the whole thing has been a big enterprise with a lot of, I think, a lot of love and a lot of energy. We are trying to have very precise works, not so repetitive, so you can visit the show and every work will be a little surprise, even though people know some of these works. Every work has been an open experience for me. That is a new technique, different object, in a different country, in a different scale, different approaches to different activities to make relationship and moments of understanding, I suppose, or realization of ideas through objects. So like here you have all these prints and it's one experience. This is the Samurai Tree invariants. I started as a project for drawing and I first applied into collages or in works on paper. Then I moved to do it in painting. I liked it very much and I wanted to do variations of that. So in this case we have, after the computer exploration with all the possibilities using some set of rules, and then also I did animation, so one after the other, so as a way of showing how it behaves as a moving image. We are showing part of this as much as we could in this space with the animation. So this is basically a room of one work that has to do with time, has to do with permanent mutations, permutations of a structure that is changing, that even though it's not moving itself, or there is not a visual effect of volume or movement, is indeed moving. And then you walk out and you have this whale. It's a kind of completely different project, but it's a completely new experience. And then you go up to the room with all the car, the clay piece, the different objects there, and it's obvious that there are a lot of circles in my work, but I think it has to do with this cycling circularity of experience. I feel good about it because I think it makes it fun for the people to see different things. I don't have a fixed studio or a workshop, so most of my ideas and projects are in these notebooks. And I work sometimes with collage as a way of thinking and all that. The image is a combination of two images. Is one, the background with all the clouds is a volcano explosion. And then the little girl or boy, I don't know, was from another magazine, and I put them together in the notebook as a kind of joke of an explosion into an explosion. And I thought that was maybe a good idea to have the book image and the entrance of the show image being similar, to have the same kind of atmosphere, I guess. I like Speed Racer very much when I was a kid. So I have this idea that many of these cars in the streets, if you cut them like this, it will look really great, like more like a speed racer car, you know. So I did first in the small model, a cut and paste. Then I got the car in a junkyard outside Paris. When you have this machine and then you cut it like that, you can exaggerate the qualities of the design. I think it speaks about perspective also, talks about a notion of memory in relation with a body that is familiar to you. So something that after I tried in the elevator is compacted to my height. So I cut horizontally in 3 parts and shrink it to my height. So this feeling of the body memory in relation with our everyday objects like cars and elevators and bicycles is important. I get my favorite materials that I try different experiments. With bone, I think I love the combination with graphite, with lead, with pencil. You know, I use plaster a lot, I use clay, so I use some basic materials for construction. I think I have used all of the materials, I don't know. Kryptonite I need to use.